Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of T-Dog RC. And I want to start by saying Merry Christmas, because I think I'm going to put this episode out probably just before Christmas. So thank you very much to everyone that supported me this year and everyone that subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it, particularly people who put comments on and things like that. And also, you know, give me a thumbs up if you like the video. That really helps me out. And on the subject of subscribing, if you haven't subscribed to this video, and a lot of my, you know, like 80% I think of the people that watch the videos haven't subscribed, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. It just means that you effectively follow this channel. And if you're into all things fixed wing RC, that's mainly sort of bolts, nitro, EDFs, and a little bit of FPV thrown in as well, then you want to subscribe to my channel. And I would really appreciate it if you haven't subscribed, but you are watching the video, if you could help me out by subscribing. That'd be fantastic. And if you like the video, then as I said, give me a thumbs up. And if you've got any comments, stick them in the comments and I'll always respond to them. So yeah, hope that everyone has a fantastic Christmas, and you know, all the best for 2023. And there'll be plenty more to come from this channel, that's for sure. But today, what we're looking at is a quick sort of unboxing stroke overview of my latest purchase, which is a SAS or Soarer Head Sailplanes Blob 40 Power. And this is from NJR Modelling, and Nick, who owns that, has got a YouTube channel which I follow, and I'll put a link in the description to this particular model. And I watched him fly it on his channel, and I thought that's a really what I'm looking for. I'm always talking about finding a model that is something that you know it's that model that you can throw into your car. It takes 3S batteries, really nice and simple. You know, like an everyday hack, as people like to call them, but something that's robust and will take a knock and that sort of thing. And I think I may have found it in this SAS Blob. Reason being, it's balsa construction with foam wings, which is fantastic, nice and solid. You're not going to get any dints in it, things like that, like you do with foam. Obviously, you cover it with your own covering, so you can choose your colour scheme. And again, the sort of film covering is usually a lot more robust than the sort of painted foam and that sort of thing, because eventually it always comes off and they end up looking tatty. So hopefully you can keep this one looking nice. It's a hand launch only, very simple model, very basic. There's no rudder, it's just ailerons and elevator, and in my case a 3S motor, and it takes 2,200 milliamp batteries, and you should get a decent flight time on that as well, sort of 4 to 5 minutes, no problem. So it genuinely is one of those models that you can, you know, as we say, chuck in the boot of your car, or the trunk if you're in America. Charge up some 3S 2,200 milliamp batteries, which people have always got lots of those. Yeah, go flying, nice and simple. So yeah, today's video, let's have a look what we get in the box, have a look at a couple of other bits and bobs that I've got for it, and then I'll be building this after. So the video I put out just before this one was another sort of type unboxing review type thing of my Seagull Extra, so I'm going to focus on that first, get that one built and set up, and then I'll be moving on to this. So probably certainly you know, early in the year we'll be getting stuck into this. So let's take a look. As I said at the start, I think I said anyway, if you like the look of this, then I will put a link in the description so you can get one yourself. The order and delivery was pretty quick, so I think it arrived within a week of me ordering it, so that's great. So let's get the lid off, see what we've got in the box. So obviously we've got some packaging, and then there's some decals here. Not sure whether I'll use these or not yet. I'll come on to the colour scheme in a minute. But what there is a build guide here. So just sort of instructions. So that's handy. Very detailed by the looks of things. I've not read through these yet, but broken down into sections, tailplane and fin, fuselage. Finishing it off. There's also like perhaps a copy of the plan. So there isn't actually a plan with this. You just literally get these instructions, but it should be, as I said, it's a fairly simple model to put together, so you shouldn't really need a plan. But you do get that diagram there. And then you get this part sheet as well, so you can check everything off and make sure you've got everything in the box. So let's just start from the top. This is the horizontal stab. Nice block of, I think, probably 1/4 inch bolts or something like that. That's going to need shaping, but it's already cut into shape, which is good. And then these are nice. These are the foam wings, and what I like about these is they've actually used black foam, which is pretty cool. I've not seen a model with black foam cores before, so that's quite nice. Let me just get a knife and we'll have a quick look. I'll just get one out. But there we are, pre-veneered. Not completely symmetrical, but really nice light wing. Just need to put the leading edges on. Then this is the ailerons already sort of cut into it. So all we've got to do is make a cut there to release this, and then you just face these bits. Obviously put the trailing edge on. So that's nice and straightforward. And it's a long time since I've used a foam wing. Well, foam as in a balsa sort of, or veneered foam wing. Everything I've done up since I got back into the hobby is either been an actual foam model, or it's been a built-up wing or a sheet wing. So nice to see that again. Reminds me of old times. So that's the wings. Then you've got some fuselage sides, which are actually made of very thin ply, as opposed to balsa. And wing obviously goes straight through the middle there. And that, I assume, is either going to be the top or bottom. Then we've got some extra bits here. So you can see what these are. Okay, so this is like, I think so this piece is the bottom, and this is going to be the top deck, hatch and front deck, I'm guessing, in here. Something along those lines. Anyway, then we've got a balsa pack here with various bits and bobs in. So this is going to be, I assume, leading edge, probably some supports for the fuselage. So you're going to need to glue these on, I would imagine. There's some triangle in there as well, some triangle stock. So all that sort of stuff anyway to build it up. And then we've got a little bag of goodies. Let's just open this up, see what we get. So I'm going to be making mine electric, but this is designed to be IC. So you do get some bits like this, which is a block to make the front up around the engine, but I won't be using any of that because I'm literally just going to have a flat front and then just mount the motor on. But then there's some wing tips here. So they're going to need sticking on the side of the wings and then shaping. So nice big chunky wing tips. Then we've got the fin, which goes, I'm not quite sure, something like that. I'll work it out. But nice solid fin as well. Actually, that's not, that's a good solid piece of balsa wood. So that's going to be good. That's probably one of the hatches. We've got the engine mount, which again I'm not going to be using, but if you were using an engine in this, a 40, then that's a really nice solid bit of laser cut ply that you get there. What we got here, so these are some servo, yes. Okay, so this is like says a battery locator and a sacrificial rear former. And then I think that's probably going to be for like a hatch, a tab for the hatch. And then here we've got some servo rails. I'm not sure what servos to put in it yet. I need to read the instructions, but I'm thinking sort of 17 gram metal geared servos. I don't think it'll be full-size servos. So that's what I'm going to get for it, but I'll double check with the instructions. That, I assume, is the front former with the hole in there. That's quite a sort of 1/4 inch piece of ply, laser cut again, so that's all good. We've got some other little bits of stock here, so some a bit more triangle. I think that's some 16th for facing the ends of the wings, the internal wings. You get a fuel tank even, so that's nice to see. Little Select style fuel tank there. Obviously, as I say, I won't be using that. And then we've actually got some accessories as well, which again, it's nice that you get all these bits with it. So we've got a bandage, because the wings are going to be bandaged together, so it's a one-piece wing. We've got the bits for the fuel tank there, a couple of control horns, clevises, some hinges. So these are the CA style hinges, but I might put some pinned hinges in. So I've bought a couple of packs of these just to keep in stock, really. But they're decent hinges. They're the CA sort of wicking ones as well that you get. The only thing with these is obviously to find, once you've wicked the CA into them, they do go quite stiff. Yeah, so that's what you get in there. And then we've got there's a throttle cable if you were using an engine again. And then we've got some push rods and torque rods and things like that for the ailerons, I guess. So that's all included there. So good little set. It's nice to see that you pretty much get all the accessories included that you need. So it's not just a straightforward basic wood pack. You know, you do get all the bits that you need to put it together. So that's all good. Okay, so in terms of power, I've bought this motor. So this is a 3530 1400 kV, which is what Nick actually used, I think, on when he converted one of these to electric, and it flew really well. So it's just a pretty basic motor, the sort of thing you get off eBay or Amazon, so nothing too special there. And then that's going to run, I think, a 9x6 prop. Just got a sort of speed controller out for that. Just need to double check how many amps that's going to pull. But I've got a spare 40 amp, so that should do the job. And as I say, run it off 3S. And then in terms of the covering, I want to do something that's really going to stand out. So I really like the colour combination, always have done, of fluorescent yellow and black. I think they just go together so well. Unfortunately, the only fluorescent yellow I could find was Aura Cover. So I've never used Aura Cover before, but it was damned expensive. This roll was £32, as opposed to sort of £15 for the same amount of material from J. Perkins, so double the price. But yeah, it's the only one I could find in fluorescent yellow. So if anyone else knows of another film and they do fluorescent yellow, then let me know in the comments. But I'm primarily thinking of doing the wings and the tailplane in fluorescent yellow, and then the fuselage is going to be in fuselage and rudder, or fin should I say, is going to be in black. And then on the wings, I wanted to get some solar trim or Aura trim, whatever it's called, in black, but nowhere's got any in stock. So I've actually bought, I don't know whether this is going to be any good, but I got this off Amazon, and it was actually pretty cheap as well compared to solar trim or something like that. But this is just vinyl that you would put on a car basically, but it's the exact same width, so it's about 100mm width. And I'm just planning on very simple, just sticking 2 sort of stripes along the top of the wings, and then on the underneath. On one of the wings, I'll have it coming underneath as well, so it really stands out, and it's just really easy to see. And again, it all goes back to that thing of just having something that you can fly in any weather, nice and easy to see, and just a simple scheme. Okay, well, that's that quick overview of the Blob and what I'm going to be doing with it. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to be doing a full build series on this. and of course the maiden flight, which we all love. So if you're interested in that, then subscribe, and if you want to keep up to date, we want to bring new videos out, then hit the bell icon, and then you'll get notified, particularly, you know, if you're interested in seeing the build of this. Probably be 4 or 5 episodes, I should think, to get this build, possibly a few more. And the other thing that really helps me out as well, as I've said, is if you can give me a thumbs up if you like the video, then I'd really appreciate that. So once again, Merry Christmas. Quick view of the tree there, so we're getting in the Christmas spirit. But I think that'll do for this episode. So as I said again, thanks again for watching, and thanks for everyone that supported the channel. If I don't make another video before 2023, then as I said as well, I wish everyone Happy New Year. And yeah, loads of plans for the channel. I've got loads of projects to film this. I've got the Seagull Extra. I've just bought a VQ Spitfire with a Sato 4-stroke going into that. So loads of stuff. It's all a bit mad really, but we keep on going, you know. So yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you soon for the next one.